episode of Sip and Share.
Sip and share. Sip and share. Sip and share. Let's go. It's household right there. So it's going to be bumping in everybody's car. I'm telling you.
I don't know. We'll see. You guys let us know. This version, or both of them together. I don't know.
Version. That's too smooth.
Anywho, today is our second episode of Sip and Share, and we want to talk to you about all things Christmas. It's the most wonderful time.
Don't make me start singing now. I got a voice.
All right, before we continue with our duet, I guess we need to do something else first.
Yeah, this is called Sip and Share. So before we start sharing, we should probably tell the people what we're sipping. That's what we do. So tell me, what are you sipping on?
Today, I am so grateful to be drinking a full cup of hot
it's hot today.
Coffee. Let's see how it tastes.
It wasn't that hot yesterday or the last week.
I give you like a 7 out of 10. You're almost Pentagon ready. Almost.
It's hotter today because we're sitting back by a lovely fireplace.
And what do you have?
I am sipping on some lovely Christian Brothers holiday nog. Not eggnog. Holiday nog. No egg. Just holiday nog. And I gotta tell you,
Christian Brothers. What time is it?
I tell you, it's better than the one I had the other day, and that one was good too. You want some?
Yeah, let me see this. Let's see.
Hey,
that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Christian Brothers holiday nog.
I don't know which one of the brothers made it, but
I don't like to taste alcohol, and that's pretty smooth. That's good
stuff right there.
That's good. So, like I said, we're here today to talk about all things Christmas. Let's see what we will talk about first. I'm gonna start it right here. What is the thing that you like most about Christmas?
The thing I like most about Christmas, I will say I like to wear weird things sometimes, like dress up, do silly stuff. I think it's because I get to wear unique stuff, like my Atlanta Falcons Santa hat,
I would wear that.
My gingerbread shirt, and probably the thing I like the most, because I love wearing funny, weird, crazy socks, is being able to wear some holiday socks. As you can see, I've been wearing these.
Worn
They're worn out. They're kind of like my Georgia Bulldog socks. Y'all seen those? Send me some socks.
So you like the holiday attire?
Yes, I like holiday attire. How about you?
So for me, I guess it kind of goes in line with that, is because, just all of the decor, the attire, it just brings about this sense of joy and freedom and just peace and happiness. I just like the vibe. I like the vibe that everybody gives. They don't have to all drink Christian Brothers, but it just seems like somewhere along the line after Thanksgiving, everyone's injected with like this sense of love and peace and just more kindness toward each other. Something I wish we could keep all the time throughout the year.
It's almost like a spirit, just kind of
it is
sets
a
on the
spirit.
world.
It is. It's Jesus' birthday. Well, this is the day that we celebrate as his birthday.
Do you think, on that note, then, do you feel that everyone's happier? Like when you go out shopping and stuff, but she already knows I don't like being in stores. But when you go out shopping and things like that, do you feel like everyone's in the Christmas spirit, better mood?
I feel like for the most part, yes, people are in better moods, and it's probably because of that holiday music that they're playing. Now I know some people are like focused and they want to get what they get, but I do find that there's some courtesies, and I always like to look at the better part of man. So I'm always seeing the nice things. Like, for instance, today when we went to the store, there was a lady, you could only come in one way and go out one way. And a lot of people kept on coming out. We were letting them by. And then this lady was like, oh, it's so cold. You guys come on in. Just all of those different things. Like I said, I just feel like there's something inserted into people to just make them be better and just have a higher level of regard for one another during the holidays.
Don't we wish it could be like that all the time? But maybe if everybody's happy and in great spirits all the time, then
that would be
we would take it for granted.
Yeah, we would. We probably would.
We can't feel good all the time. So on that note, well, I'm probably doing more sipping than I'm doing sharing. I'll just say, you asked me what I like the most about the holiday. I'll probably start off by saying what I don't like as much
What?
about holidays.
Putting the ornaments on the tree. The 1,000 ornaments that I
I
have.
wasn't gonna name that one, but yes, this is not the only tree in our house. Just so you know,
I mean,
there's many more, and yeah, my kids will tell you
holiday spirit, right?
we're a little traumatized. But I will say it's for me, and this is coming from somebody who didn't grow up with much. My parents did the absolute best they could, and the older I get, the more I realize that my parents did the best they could with what they knew how, and I commend them for that. As I get older now, I start to realize that they did well. But I don't really like how the world or society gets so caught up in trying to see who can buy the most gifts for the other person, or whose gifts are more expensive, or
Wow, yeah.
things like that. And that's part of the reason why, now that we're empty nesters, it's bittersweet, by the way. But now that we're empty nesters, a lot of times we hop on a cruise ship and we spend Christmas on a cruise.
Can I stop you just for a minute? Because I think it's so important for us to go back to the aspect of like buying things.
Sure.
Because I do want to talk about like what we do later,
Mhm.
but I think it's so important because there is this other, and I think that's the thing that I don't like at all about Christmas is that mad rush idea that I have to get a gift for Susie, Sally, this person, that person, my family members, my coworkers, my mailman, my this, my that, my this. And some of us have the money, the money to do so.
Mhm.
Some of us don't. And then as well, I'm the kind of person like I want appreciation on an off day.
Mhm.
Like, don't wait till Christmas or Valentine's Day. It's just so much more to know that
Sure.
I was on your mind on a random Wednesday and I received this gift, right?
She's talking about me. Like, she don't want presents. She wants my presence.
No, I'm
So you get that
not
every
talking
day, all day.
about you.
You're
Well,
lucky.
hey, a little plug on BPC next week. That's what I'm talking about is present versus presence. But I do want to talk about, I saw this post, someone mentioned, think about some people complain about, oh, they just got me this $30 gift or something that costs $50, right? And then it says, remember the fact that some people work a job where they may not make but $10 an hour or $7.75, I believe is what minimum wage is. Think about how many hours they work just to be able to get you that gift.
Facts.
Not on top of that, they had to give some taxes first. So how many hours did they have to work just to give you those gifts?
If somebody bought you a $30 gift and they get paid $10 an hour, that's 3 hours of their life they spent buying you that gift.
Well, actually 4, because you got to give Uncle Sam a little bit first.
Well, everybody needs a gift. Uncle Sam needs his too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we need to, think about what we're giving, who we're giving it to, and why we're giving them these gifts. One of the things that we like to do as a family when it comes to gift giving, well, we try to do every kid that we know in our family, we try to give them something for their birthday. And because we know that the kids in our family are well taken care of by their parents, we don't give them anything for Christmas because they're going to have a lot. Those kids are going to be throwing boxes left and right. And then your gift is going to be in there somewhere. And they're going to be like, oh, thank you, auntie, or thank you, this person. And then they're going to move on to another box and another box. So what we try to do is find families that do not have or can't afford those particular luxuries and do those things for their kids.
Absolutely.
And just paying it forward in that way, because like I said, a lot of times, and we did it, I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. When our kids were young, boy, they had a $200 Brat push car, not the one you sit in.
Remember that.
Push. Yeah, no Brats was riding in style with the hair cut off and everything.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We did that for our kids too. So we're not being hypocritical, but we were actually trying to do for our kids what maybe we didn't get the chance to experience. So, things like that. So they goes back to parents doing the best they can. And during the holidays, we also acknowledge that while we're out celebrating, having fun, and doing great things, or I should say this, we're all out trying to find fun. We're all chasing fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's chasing fun. Everybody's chasing a good time.
I think everybody's chasing happiness.
That's facts. Everybody's chasing happiness, which most of the time,
Involves fun.
involves fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. But while we're out doing that, we also have to acknowledge that there are some folks out there that just don't have anyone to have fun, have a good time with. So there may be some lonely folks out there, and just a simple hello or Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays in a store could actually
Yes.
take away a
Yeah.
little bit of that loneliness from someone because they felt like they were acknowledged, like you saw me, and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. As I get older and I am talking to some elders in my family, and I just hear them and they're at home alone now, those type of things. I try to make the time to speak with them. I don't make it as often as I should, but I try to. I try my best
Hmm.
because I
Hmm.
get it. Not everyone has a house full of people to be around. Not everyone has all of that holiday cheer
Right.
that can be brought about through
That's
conversation
right.
and just gathering together.
That's right.
And while I'm talking about that, that brings up a good note, gathering together. In this new age, in this new time, like when we grew up, it was very traditional. And I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna ask you, and I know this is probably a little sensitive to you,
Uh-oh.
but how were your traditional Christmas holidays? And then I'm going to share,
Hmm.
and then I want us to talk about how Christmas has transitioned.
Sure. Yeah, so I don't know if I can recall having what you probably see on television and everyone running down the stairs or, it's
Yeah.
Christmas, let's open up our gifts, all that other stuff, right? I knew where I was, I knew who I was with. I was just happy to find something to be happy about, during those times. So I think ultimately, my most fond memory of Christmas is when we registered to win this big giant stocking. It was this huge stocking at this convenience store not too far from where we lived, which we walked to get food, by the way. But I remember my mom putting her name in the hat, to win that stocking. Thought nothing of it. And then I think it was probably, I may have this wrong, but it was probably Christmas Eve or maybe a day or so before we got a knock on the door and there was this gentleman carrying that stocking to give it to us. And we won. But I always wondered, like, did they give it to us because they knew we really, really needed it? But that
Yeah.
was really a happy moment for me that I can recall.
Yeah. So for him, he didn't have that traditional set where, like you said, the Christmas tree and
Hmm.
and the stockings
Hmm.
and coming downstairs to the smell of breakfast and
Sure.
opening the
Sure.
presents and the songs playing and
Hmm.
all of that. And mine wasn't quite like that either,
Hmm.
because I always tell people I live between two grandmoms. One grandma, she would have the trees up and stuff like that. And we would just go shopping at the mall. This is what I can remember. And we would go shopping at the mall and she'll say, go get stuff, right?
Oh,
And
shopping
then,
spree.
yeah, so that was great. I mean, shoot, teenager, preteen,
Heck yeah.
teenager. And so I would go get things and then she'll say, now put them under the tree. So I'm like, God, no, as
Hey.
a preteen teenager, you're like, I want to wear that now. So I
Hmm.
mean, honestly, I would go and get the boots and
Hmm.
then wear them to school like the
Hmm.
day before, whatever, stuff like that.
But you
But
knew what you was getting.
yeah, well, hey, I got what I got,
That's
right? I
right.
got what I
You can blame
wanted.
yourself
So
if
I
you didn't
did
like it.
have the financial luxury to a certain degree to have things that I wanted. And I also had the presence of gathering of family
Sure.
because grandmoms
Grandmoms
are the hub, are the nucleus
of every
to
family.
family
Yeah,
tradition.
absolutely.
And my grandmoms, both of them, that I went between, everything was at their home. Everybody there, you opened your gifts
Hmm.
there, you had your meal there,
Hmm.
you played games after there. And I had to get used to be honest, because he wasn't used to that or
Sure.
accustomed to that in our marriage. That was
Yeah.
like foreign for him.
Yeah.
And
Holidays used to make me sad sometimes in
yeah.
my household and in my relationship because I don't know. I just didn't really feel joy, but ultimately I got to the point, especially when you have young kids, when you're happy to see them happy,
Yeah.
that's what you got to the point where you looked forward to.
Yeah, like so we didn't even like once we had kids, we didn't even get each other gifts. We
Right.
started out
Right.
saying it's all about them. Let's just buy each other something on New
Hmm.
Year's.
Hmm.
And then we left and we stopped buying each other something for
Yeah.
New Year's. We just stopped buying each
Yeah.
other something completely.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you the next question because I think you have been drilling me pretty good. So I'm going to first of all, I like your earrings. They look really nice on you. You got Christmas tree earrings. There's no gifts under that tree either.
Oh, Christmas tree.
What
Oh,
you bring?
that's not a gift.
No, it's
Oh,
actually
that's
the
the
base. That's
base.
the
That's
base.
the base. I don't even have a present under this tree or that one.
I
None
am.
of the trees
I
in the
am.
house have
I
a
am the
present.
present. So
Can I refund my
on
present?
on that note, are we buying each other gifts this year for Christmas?
We're in the budget.
Oh, budget. Y'all,
Dun, dun,
we talked about budget on the last episode.
dun.
Y'all haven't met her yet. So I'm asking my wife. Budget's not around, so I'm asking her now. Oh, are we buying each other something?
We are not buying each other gifts for Christmas, but this leads into what I was talking about. We have these traditional sense, especially on
Mhm.
my side of the family,
Mhm.
where you gather and
Okay.
you have dinner
Sure.
and just catch up with everybody. We are not keeping with the traditions. Part of that is because of things that transpired in our life, but part of it is
Mhm.
just because we just like to have real good fun.
Yeah, man.
So I don't know. I kind of sometimes I ask myself like, are we being like rule breakers? Are we being the people who don't help keep the traditions, things that our
Look,
grandmothers founded?
that's a
Are
valid
we?
assessment. That's a valid
So I
assessment.
look at it
Huh.
like we're negative in that
We're
sense.
not contributing to
Yeah,
the
we're not
traditional. Yeah.
contributing to a continued tradition.
Yeah.
Um,
Huh.
are we
I
being?
hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about that.
yeah.
You kind of skirted around answering the question about if we
But
buying each other gifts or
yeah,
not.
so let's just keep talking about the other part. So both of my grandmoms have passed,
Mm.
and so a little bit of the traditions that we had, like I said, they're the nucleus. They've kind of dispersed some.
Right.
Things are still happening on both of my sides of the
Mhm.
family, but the amount of people that gather in one place that has lowered some. So and again, because of something that happened in our life,
Right.
we started to look at life a little bit differently. And we picked up this whole notion of cruising. Merry
Cruise.
Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas. We will find ourselves on a ship yet again
Somewhere,
during Christmas.
somehow. I
If
will
you haven't
swim
been on
to
a
a ship.
cruise during Christmas, you should try to experience
And
it.
New Year's.
And New Year's. Yeah,
Yeah.
that it is a really, really good time. Now, I have seen families on those cruises that actually bring their gifts with them to give their families that
Yeah.
traditional as open gifts and things like that, which I think is awesome. But if you kind of just want to escape some of that, hey, what did you get me? You didn't get me anything, or that gift costed too much,
So
or
you running away from
so
giving gifts.
it sounds like that. I'm running away
It
from them.
does.
I'm not present for the presents.
This month, where your gift here?
You know,
he ain't
and
here,
by the
so-
way, we just because again budget comes along with us, we don't get the Wi-Fi package when we're on a cruise ship, so we don't have any connection
Nobody can
to
call and
the folks
say,
back home unless we stop at a port and connect the Wi-Fi real quick. So yeah, I guess we are indirectly kind of running from it, but not on purpose.
no, we still do things for our adult children. So
Mhm.
we do things for them for Christmas. As a matter of fact, we even invite them on the Christmas
Mhm.
cruises or
Mhm.
holiday cruises that we go on. This year, he and I, once again, this is going to be the second time that we go alone, but the show must go
The show
on.
must go on. We would much
you
rather
know.
prefer that maybe people come and join us.
Yeah,
But we
yeah.
understand too. Again, we talk about COVID. A lot of folks still have fear of that,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. And sometimes, timing, it just doesn't work out.
Jobs,
Jobs,
money,
things like that. Yeah.
inflation this year,
Yep, yep.
because this was supposed to be a family cruise.
Yeah, man.
It was supposed to be one, and it ended up kind of COVID and
dispersed.
other things. People have different health situations, financial situations. I mean, we have them too, but that, remember I told you this is what we chose to invest in, so
Yep.
it's a priority for us.
So
But
Mexico, Jamaica, and what's the other one?
we're going to Cozumel, Jamaica, Ocho Rios, and Grand Cayman.
Grand
Grand
Cayman. Yeah,
Cayman.
yeah.
Yeah. So this
7
was kind of a
days.
different cruise too, because I've never seen where you get Cozumel and Jamaica on the same cruise. So I get 2 turn ups.
Turn up, turn out. So on that note, I really have enjoyed talking with you, my lovely bride, on this amazing podcast, Sip and Share. Wishing everybody out there happy holidays. Spend time with your loved ones while you still have them around. Spend time, not necessarily money. That's the most valuable thing that you can do for your loved ones and your family around.
Yeah, true. And we talk about keeping with tradition or being non-traditional. There are some things that we still do. We still decorate our home. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, he used to get sad by it. Now it's like, oh, I love the smells. I love the look,
Absolutely.
you know. And so we still celebrate our children on the holidays. We celebrate everyone else's children on their special day.
Certainly.
We celebrate other people in our families on their special day. We do still celebrate our moms on at Christmas time.
That's right.
There's various things we do, but it is something to think about. Do you want to be a part of the continued tradition? Which I do value tradition. I
100%.
do value
Absolutely.
it. Or are you non-traditional in the sense that you're making new traditions?
That's right.
Is you're being someone who's stepping out and trying to pull people along with new ideas and new ways of
They're
celebrating
both
and being together.
okay. Just like we talked about last week, wedding or not, traditional or not, neither of them is wrong.
Yeah.
It's what works best for you. Just don't forget your family.
So on that note,
Kiss time.
kiss my present.
Let's go. Next time, guys, sip and share. Sip and share. Let's go. Sip and share. Sip and share. I'm telling y'all, that's the song right there. Toast me out.
I was gonna taste it first. It's so good today.
Deuces.
Goodbye.